Crochet and chill on a Monday. It's a Monday morning. I have a day where I don't really have to do anything. So here we are. I figured why not crochet and chill with everybody? I'm just gonna lower this a little bit. I can't lower that one anymore. There we go. So we can all see what I'm working on. Which is the same thing I was working on if you were here, like Friday and Saturday night. Saturday night we had a bit of a gong show. It was a bit of a gong show Saturday night, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, who do you like to crochet? Crochet all day. That's what we're doing in this live. It's just a peaceful crochet and chat. I also really want to get this project done soon because, my God, I have a lot of projects on the go. Anyway, live chat. Remember community guidelines, guys? Can we follow those if that's okay? Anyway, we're just checking something. Seeing what's going on since we are live. I just want to see, like, I'm testing stuff. Do you know what I mean? Some of these are tests. So in the testing area, I'm trying to figure out what time to go on and do these lives. I am crocheting. I'm just checking something. Don't mind me. I have my crochet. I just want to see something. Anyway, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing today? I am crocheting a corner to corner shawl. Hello, hi to South Africa. How are you? That's awesome. I hope you're doing well. Oh my God, it must be late there. It's like in the middle of the night there, isn't it? There we go. I feel like during the day is probably going to be a lot tamer. Like if you were in our Saturday night crochet and chill, that's why I called this one crochet and chat. I'm doing pretty good. I'm in Canada. It's -25 today. Oh, so it's 9, quarter to 10. That's cool. Quarter to 10 in South Africa. Awesome. Sorry, I have my other phone here that I check the chat to make sure that it's working. I'm just gonna put that over here. Vancouver or Toronto? No! Those are very far away. I am actually in Calgary. I'm in Alberta. So Toronto is a 4-hour flight or 4,000 kilometers away. Vancouver is 10-hour drive if you just drive straight through. Not this time of year because the mountains. This time of year would probably be 15, 16 hours. And you couldn't drive straight through this time of year. So. Oh my God. Sorry, my side table is like falling everywhere. So, does anybody else crochet? Anybody else who's here? Do you crochet? Never heard of it. I only know 2 cities there. Canada is a massive country. It's the 2nd largest country. It's winter. Yes, it is winter here. Yeah, but Canada's a massive country. It's the 2nd largest country in the world. It's big. It's big. There is a lot going on. But yeah, it's winter on this side of the equator. One of my dear friends is from South Africa. So, Miss Lynn. Which is kind of cool. It's probably way warmer there than it is here. So, do. What does everybody do for fun? Like, are you guys on lunch? Are you in different parts of the world? Are you in North America? I actually have a video that's just rendering right now about some stuff about what's going on. There's lots going on, which is fun. Not really, but anyway. Does anybody else crochet? I like comments. I like chatting with people. It's fun. It's a great way to say hi to everybody. We're trying to grow the channel. I mean me and my cats. And Reno, he's on here a lot too. Yeah, just trying to grow everything. And apparently the way to do that nowadays is go live. So I have been going live a lot and I'm enjoying it. It's not just a edited video that I've been putting up. It's live YouTube. But let's have a conversation. I was actually just about to watch. I don't know if you guys are really into the gossipy stuff, like gossip YouTube. So I'm just sitting a bit different because I'm very uncomfortable. I don't know if you guys are into the gossip YouTube stuff, but I was gonna watch today a video about the Ace family. Where have those train wrecks been? I guess they like lost everything. So I've heard. So I'm looking forward to watching that video for sure. There's just a lot going on in all types of communities. And I was discovering some skincare things that I didn't know. So an unbelievably awesome resource for like skincare questions. Learn how to talk, go there. Skincare questions. ChatGPT. It's not even. It's good to compare products. Like if you have questions about ingredients in products or you want to compare 2 products, it's really good that way because you can say, hey, can you tell me the differences between product A and product B? And it will, or like, can you tell me the similarities? Can you find me a product with similar ingredient list? Like that kind of stuff. It's really interesting. And it does. It really does. And I'm very grateful for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is the last row, then we're going back to the black. Sorry, I'm just saying that out loud to myself so I don't end up having to frog a whole bunch of rows. Anyway, ChatGPT for skincare. If you have questions, so I have just been using the last month 2 moisturizers. That's it. I haven't been using serums. I haven't been using my wrinkle cream. I haven't been using under eye cream. Nothing. 2 moisturizers. My skin has never been clearer. Okay. And my face, it might have looked better at some point in time, like, I don't know, 20 years ago, but my face looks better. I think I'm on to something with this chat GPT or whatever the hell it's called, chat guy. I think I'm on to something. I don't know about you guys, but if I don't have to pay exorbitant amounts for skincare, I'm all for it. Like, I am 39. I want to stay looking like this for as long as possible. Do you know what I mean? I think that is, I don't know, a goal. A big goal. There's a lot of like YouTube drama and cray stuff and all kinds of stuff going on. And I think, I just want to see this for a second. We are going to see if, oh, no, I can't look at it over here. We'll look at it later. We'll look at it later. I'll watch the video later tonight because I want to see what's going on, like the Ace family. So I did a couple videos on them back in the day when I did like kind of gossipy stuff, and I don't do the gossipy stuff anymore just because I just don't like it. But I did some videos on them back in the day, and I don't know. I feel like their divorce might have been real, but now I'm waiting to see. I want to watch this video because they lost everything. They were not cool. They were just like very shady, and I don't do shady. I don't like shady. If I am ever shady, let me know. There was only one time that I was shady, and I was in a really bad place mentally. What? Yes, minus 25 Celsius. It's freaking cold today. So, but I apologized to that person and like called myself out. Like in the video that I have on my channel called I'm Done. Yeah, that's what that was about. So, anyway, you put into the world what you get out, and if you're going to... Oh yeah, our houses are well insulated and well ventilated because it gets hot here in the summer. But yeah, put into the universe what you want back. And that's what I started doing. So I'm just grabbing my other piece of yarn for my other ball. Yeah, put into the universe what you want out of it, and good things will come your way. So that's what I did. And I figured I owed that person an apology. And I did reach out and I did apologize. And then I apologized on YouTube as well because that's the platform. So, you know, shit happens. And sometimes, you know, we all make mistakes. And it's better to understand your mistake and correct your behavior and learn from your mistake than to bury a mistake and walk away. Oh, that is hot. It was actually this summer, it almost hit 40. It was 42 degrees on my car. So our weather varies like 100 degrees in temperature. It's gross. It's gross. Why? Why do I live where the air hurts my face? Why do I live where the air hurts my face? Anyways, as we were talking about, sometimes you just, you know, people make mistakes. I've made mistakes, and you need to learn. Oh no, I just cut the wrong one. Damn it. You need to learn from your mistakes. Like that one right there. So we're just gonna take that out. Shit. Josie, what did you do today? You weren't paying attention. Oh my god. Yeah, learn from your mistakes. That's the life lesson. I feel like every single one of these that I do, there's some sort of life lesson. And like if I could ever reach out to that person again, I would. And I'd be like, look, like maybe like let me buy you a coffee and let's have a conversation. You also have to learn though in life that some people just don't like you and you just don't get along. And that's fine. Sorry, I totally screwed this up. And I had to pull some of it out. And anyway. But that's life. That's life. Isn't that what Frank Sinatra says? Bon voyage. Guys, I messed this up so good. There we go. Sorry, I'll be back in a minute. Whoops. -10 is cold, okay? -10 is cold. It is chilly. It is chilly. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, -10's not that. Yes, it is cold. Okay. Oh yeah. So a friend of I have two friends from South Africa, and they're both pretty good friends, and they have both said it snows in certain parts. My one friend had never seen snow until she came here, which is kind of cool. Like she had seen like little flurries, but like not snow like outside. Outside snow is insane right now. Okay, let's see if we can. So I've been doing standing double, well, stacked double crochets on the ends, and I'm just, if you crochet, you know, you just have those crochet days where it's just not it's just not, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, okay, cooperation time, please. There we go. You're like, huh. I'm not sure. I do know both of them are from different parts. One was like more on the coast, and the other was inland. So, if that makes sense. I don't know. I've never been there. I don't pretend to know what the topography or anything is. I just know that's where they're from. Anyway, yeah, if that person is ever on here, that I was just nasty, and I shouldn't have been, and I was, and I feel bad about it. I think my feeling bad about it has reduced, and that's okay. Because, you know, I think it's been a year since all that happened, and it was just I was in a really shitty place. So, and that happens. People, you know, even if you're doing well, you get low. You have low times. And life happens. So, anyway. Yeah, sorry. I really don't know where exactly they're from in the country. That's all they kind of say to me is, oh, I'm from South Africa. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I just don't know where all that is. Just like you only know of Vancouver and Toronto here. And there's so many places in between. And, well, in Toronto's case, farther east. So, anywho. Crocheting. Has there been any crochet drama? Actually, in our Saturday night little crochet and chill, there was like a big Somebody was in there and they were talking about knitting circles and how they used to be just like gossip circles, and they still are. They absolutely are. So I don't know. Saturday night went crazy, and I just like it was a bit much. Crochet and chill, not crochet and dump all your crap. Anyway, I hope everybody had fun. Like, it wasn't bad. It was just different. But I hope your lunch break is going well. If you're on lunch, here it is a time. I think it's around 1 here right now. 1 in the afternoon. So I guess lunch would almost be over. I was going to come on earlier, but I had a couple of things I had to get done first. And I got those done, and now I am on now. So, but I always want to know, like, do you guys crochet? Do you guys have a hobby? Do you do fiber art stuff? Like, what is it that you do? I would love to meet more fellow crocheters on the YouTube. Do you know what I mean? That'd be nice. Because I know there's lots of crocheters out there. So I actually have like a bit of a little plan for the channel, and it's going to be more going live. Definitely. There's definitely going to be more of this, where we just sit and chill and just crochet or whatever else. What was I doing Friday night? I think I was doing like a... Oh, we're at the skein again. Okay, good. I was doing a makeup and skincare declutter thing because I really needed to finish it. The amount of stuff that I went through and like got rid of, you guys should go back to that live and look at it. It is crazy. I was like, wow, I have so much crap. And some of it was stuff like, it's like, I haven't used this in years. Why is it just sitting here? I'm really sick of wasting stuff like that, and I don't want to do that anymore. So there's stuff I have left. I am going to make a point to use it. And all of my samples, like I tried some of the Fable and Maine stuff, and it was pretty good. Like, I liked it. I don't know that I would buy the one that I had the samples of, because I feel that I would need the one for finer, thinner hair. It was super moisturizing. It was kind of heavy almost, so. And I just realized, like, so there's a lot of like push to buy Canadian, and I'm all for that, right? Buy Canadian, buy local. I'm always for buy local wherever you are. But I also in the video that I'm going to post it later today, I don't know what to do about perfume. I don't even want to know where my perfume is from. Like, I'm just like mortified to be like, oh, I wonder where this is. Yeah. Anyway, I wonder, I don't know if you guys understand what I'm going through with that. Where is your perfume from? I don't know. Well, I'm guessing some of it is like manufactured in like France and stuff, and Italy and all the fancy cosmetic countries. I love perfume. Actually, right now I have on 2 body sprays. I have on Fleur's Heavy Cream and Bath and Body Works Soleil. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but that's what I have on, and it smells really good together. Very different fragrances, but they have some similar notes, so they sit well together, if that makes sense. I would love to meet more crochet people. If we could crochet together. Hi, let's crochet. How's the crime in Canada? Depends where you live. Um, Winnipeg's a bit. Winnipeg's like the murder capital of Canada. Petty crime is kind of, it's everywhere, like with most places. Um, where I live, it's more like catalytic converters off your car and. Mm, oh, cool. Crocheting is fun. Yeah, it depends where you live as to what type of crime. There's bad there's bad guys everywhere, but sorry, I'm just trying to, damn it, get this stitch in and then we'll continue the conversation. Excuse me. Yeah, it really, really depends where you live when it comes to crime. For fuck's sakes. Oh my god. Some days, oh, I'm not giving anybody the finger. I hope it's not like here. I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't think it's like that at all. I think it's very tame comparatively. Uh, Nowhere here is inherently dangerous, I would say. There's places you would avoid being alone, or even in a group, there's certain places you just don't go. It's more like common sense kind of things. But yeah, nothing compared to what you guys go through. So my one of my aunts lived, I don't know where in Africa, like Africa the continent. I think she lived in Nigeria for a while. I don't remember. And not just like, oh, a couple of months. She lived there for a couple of years. So, which is kind of cool. Like, she just wanted to experience it. And yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to do my next row. It's like, I don't know, when you crochet and sometimes like your brain just malfunctions. I'm sure everybody who crochets who is here right now knows exactly what I'm talking. Oh. You're just like, oh, I forgot how to use my hands today. It's like, oh, okay. Why not? Let's trim that off. Put that over there so I don't lose it again. Psh. We should do like some meditations or something too. I was thinking about doing some of those live if anybody would ever be interested in something like that. I don't know, you guys. Do people like live meditations? We could all meditate together. Do some hippie stuff. Not even hippie stuff. Just normal people. Relaxation. It'd be nice. I'm very tired today. I think I'm tired today because of the cold. What time is it here? I think it's around 10 after 1 in the afternoon. So it's not too bad. So you're ahead by 12 hours, I think. Because you said it was, no, it's not 12 hours. I think it's like 8 hours ahead, 9 hours ahead. I don't remember because you said it was 21:45, so that's 9:45 p.m. So 8.5 hours ahead. That's not bad. Do do do. Do do do. Anybody else here from Canada? 9 hours? Oh, okay. Yeah. Anybody here from the US? Anybody here from the UK? You know, the other night there was a bunch of people from India, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Do, 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 do. I'm trying to keep the crochet in the frame, and it just keeps like sliding down here. Oh, you guys. Yeah, so that's 10 after 10. So if you guys are like regulars to the channel and you don't mind answering this, what kind of stuff do you want to see? Do you like the crochet and chills? Do you like, other things? The reviews that we do? Like, what do you like? We don't have to crochet necessarily. We could just sit here and chat. That could be a thing. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Well, I guess it's up to me too, but just curiosity-wise, wondering what other people like about the channel. I know soon I'm gonna, in about half an hour, we'll go and, oh god, what time is it gonna be in half an hour? 2 o'clock, so maybe not at 2, maybe closer to 3. I'm gonna go and start making dinner because I want to marinate some chicken, make some curry. So I think that'll be delicious. And then also get the beef ready for tomorrow night. I don't know that I'd take you guys with me for that. Yeah, that's true. When we're done the live, explore the channel. There's a bunch of different things on there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just... Oh, there we go. There's a couple different things on there. Yeah. And I have another channel. It's like all crocheting, which I have to work on more. I think tonight I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing some little tutorials of how to crochet. And as always, that channel is linked, and I will link it on my main page here. My Instagram's also linked if anybody wants to follow me on Instagram. Instagram is where I put a lot of like the little skincare shorts and stuff. What else do I do? Sorry, you guys. I'm just like tired today. It's been very emotional the last couple of weeks if you live in Canada and the US, and like they're buddies, and are it's so crazy. Though I hope you have a wonderful evening, and thank you for checking it out, and thanks for joining us. And all the best where you live. So, but it's been so crazy. It's been so crazy the last like week. And I think for all of us it's just been like emotionally exhausting. And some people, like, whether you think it affects you or not, it really does, because it's like it's where we live. It's our countries, and they're, one country is practicing some buffoonery right now, and not on behalf, see you later, and not on behalf of like the citizens. Well, I guess some of the citizens, but like for the most part, I always thought we got along really well. And it's just been so crazy. And that's okay. Bet you these are American. That's not right. Anyway. Here we go. Let's continue crocheting. Do you guys want to see more, like a couple like gossip videos once in a while? I do kind of miss doing them. But as I was talking about, like, Reno and I did a podcast for our anniversary. And I was talking about in that podcast that maybe on the channel, like, kind of looking at some conspiracy theories or a little bit of gossip stuff, or more in-depth deep dives into skincare. And I don't know, it's up to you guys. What do you think would be cool? I think something like that would be fun. When I was a kid, I was a huge X-Files fan. Like, huge X-Files fan. I don't know if you guys like the X-Files. It was part of growing up. Like, I remember watching the first episode when I was a kid and just being so intrigued. I think it came out in 1994, so I was in like grade 4 or 5. And my mom loved it. My mom loved the visuals and stuff, and like the cinematography. She thought it was great. Probably shouldn't have let little kids watch the X-Files, but we did. And I was hooked ever since I was a little kid. I just always found it fascinating. And I'm not talking about conspiracy theories like let's put on our tinfoil hats and, dance under the stars kind of shit. I'm talking about like just kind of exploring the mentality behind them. I think that would be really interesting. And there's certain ones where you're like, the plausibility of that is actually higher than some other ones, and you're like, huh. Because sometimes the conspiracy theories, like, they make you think. They just make you think. And I find them interesting. And please believe me, I am not a tinfoil hat person. I'm not that person. But I am the person who would like to, like, just kind of look into a bit more. Or like mystery things. Like, there's certain mysteries, and I'm not talking about murder and stuff. Like, yeah, there's probably murder in some of them, but I'm talking more about real mysteries, like the mystery of like the Black Dahlia. Like, what happened there? Things like that's a murder mystery, but it's one of those old ones, because like I do the old radio show stuff, so it's one of those old ones that's been around forever and ever and ever. Not forever and ever and ever, but since the 1920s when it happened. And it's one of those things that people still talk about today because they haven't figured it out. So, I don't know. There's conspiracies around that, but I think more like not moon landing conspiracy and you know what? I think the moon landing happened. I absolutely do. And no one can tell me different because of something Buzz Aldrin said in an interview. So there was an interview and Buzz Aldrin was asked, like, why did you stop on the ladder? And he said, well, because I didn't want to be the first person to like relieve myself on the moon. So he went to he peed in his spacesuit because that's what you do. That for me, that right there is a real, it's real. It's a real thing. Somebody's like, I don't want to be this guy. And it's a bit of humility there. And it's just, I don't know. That's not one of the conspiracy theories I would want to talk about. There's other ones out there that I find far more fascinating. Um, put a bit of news anchor background on it and looking into things, and I don't know, you guys, I just think this stuff is fascinating. That just like the societal issues that some of them have, and like, for example, when War of the Worlds came out in the 1930s. So there was someone commenting, I don't remember their name, on my stuff, on that particular podcast. I put that one out. And yes, it was done as a news bulletin, and it was done to kind of like freak people out because it was the day before Halloween. It was done on the 30th of October, I think 1932. And some of the things that came of that are crazy. Excuse me. So this whole town thought we were being invaded by aliens. Because when they tuned in, it was either, you were tuning in at different times. It was either a newscast, or it was music, or it was just like a normal production as is. And that was the fun of it. Orson Welles is genius, and he was a very creative mind. But you've got to think back then, okay, and this is from hosting the old radio shows. I've been hosting the old radio shows in some way, shape, or form for like the last long time. A long time. So back then, all you had as your entertainment was a radio or books, or you'd go to the theater. Movies weren't a huge thing, but there was silent films. So you would tune into your radio for scheduled broadcasting. Okay, it wasn't all day like it is today. Your radio would have scheduled broadcasts. They'd have a morning broadcast, your lunchtime or afternoon broadcast, and then they would have an evening broadcast. And it wasn't actually until the later 1940s that they started putting broadcasts on after 11 o'clock. Okay, so there was the 10 o'clock news was the last thing that was usually broadcast, and then it went to dead air, or it went to just a signal noise. So when they did War of the Worlds in 1932, it was very calculated. It was designed to draw attention. Now, other things that happened with it, a lot of people like not called in, but wrote letters to, I think it was NBC. I think they were on NBC. No, CBS. Wait, hang on. The Mercury Theater on the Air. I think Mercury Theater was CBS, because it was a Mercury Theater production. It was done, Orson Welles worked for that company. I'm pretty sure Mercury Theater was CBS. So Mercury Theater on the Air was who originally broadcasted War of the Worlds. And it was a lot of different plays. And this was Orson Welles' show. So Mercury Theater did all kinds of different plays. I don't remember all of them, like The Fall of Troy and these like epic plays. And this is just like stuff off the top of my head that I'm trying to remember. If I was doing this on an edited video, I'd edit all my thinking time out. Mercury Theater, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was CBS, because Lux Radio Theater was NBC. And that was brought to you by Lux Soap on the Lux Radio Theater, and that was Cecil B. DeMille, and he actually got canned from that for being pro-union. Yeah, so they didn't have a writers' union back then, and Cecil B. DeMille was one of the first people to really advocate for that. I don't know. Anyway, history. So the War of the Worlds broadcast, it scared people. People were writing in being like, you can't do things like that, and I thought we were being invaded by aliens, and I thought this. And that was their only form of communication. So until like NBC, or not NBC, CBS had to actually issue an apology. And then when the broadcast was re-aired, Orson Welles was made to come on and say, this is a Mercury Theater presentation of, okay? Because the original broadcast, I don't think the original broadcast had that at the very beginning. They could have, but ratings were low, so you never know, right? You never know. Anyway, anybody want to know more about the old radio shows? I could yammer about them all day. There's a lot of interesting ones. There's actually one, okay, so there's one I've been debating whether or not to air any of the episodes, and I don't think that I'm going to, but I would love your guys' opinion on it. It falls under nostalgia, and I have been seriously debating this because, like, from a historical perspective, anyway, it's just like, it just personally gives me ick vibes. I don't like it at all, and it's Amos and Andy. And it portrayed, I don't know, it just portrayed Black people in not a nice light. And Amos and Andy were actually, the guys who played them were white guys. And I thought that was wrong. And even when it came to television, it was the same two guys, but they were doing blackface. And I don't agree with that. And I think, you know, as I'm talking this out here on this live, I'm just going to not air them. I don't like it. I think it's bad. Like, even when I was doing radio, I would cut out most of the cigarette commercials because cigarettes are bad. Even though it's under nostalgia, like, I would leave the odd one in, especially, I think, no, Amos and Andy was Rinso. There was one, it was Camel cigarettes, and like, the actors would talk about them in the play. Like, Suspense was done by Roma Wines. That was one of their big sponsors. And in the play, sometimes, like in the radio show of Suspense, it would be talking about, oh, sit down. It would be, salut, welcome to Roma Wines from Southern California, blah, blah, blah. And like, the actors would be talking. It would be like a 2-minute thing. In the middle, the actors would be talking about Roma Wines. So they did the same thing with cigarette commercials. So sometimes I would leave those in because it was part of the play. But if it was just like a little spot ad on the end, I wouldn't. Oops, that doesn't go there. So that's that. But I don't think I'm going to play any of the Amos and Andy ones. And I don't like what it represented. And then there were shows like the Great Gildersleeve. And that, their housekeeper, Bertie, was the first time a female black actress was paid for a radio role. Okay? And that's because the cast had fought for her to be paid. It wasn't just like some free gig thing. So I think that's really good of them. And I do believe the same voice actress that played Birdie was on The Great Gildersleeve, like on the TV show when it came to TV. One of the ones that didn't do it, they didn't use the same actors, was Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, the actors they used, oh, excuse me, the actors they used in Gunsmoke were different. Because the original guy who played Matt Dillon on, oh, it's down the road. The original guy who played Matt Dillon on the radio didn't have television hero appeal. What is happening? I can't see anything. Anyways, the guy who played Matt Dillon on the radio didn't have, you know, he wasn't what you thought Matt Dillon should look like. I think one or two of the characters from Gunsmoke went over to television, but mostly it was recast for television. The radio show was recast. Well, the television show was recast, and then the radio show was on at the same time, and it was two different casts. But then Wild Bill Hickok, it was the same cast doing radio and television. Same with Bold Venture, that was Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart. Oh God, what else was there? There's lots of different shows. The snow removal people are outside. I'm sure you can hear them. That's okay. Because it snowed here and it's gross here. Do. It's not gross. It's just freaking cold. It's cold. I want to see what the temperature is. Hang on. It is minus 21 in Calgary right now. It feels like minus 27. Oh, that's gross, you guys. Ew, why? Why? That's not cool, man. That is not cool. Sorry, I'm paying attention. I'm just checking the weather because oh, it's so gross. It's gonna be like minus 20 something all week. That's okay. Gross. Gross. I actually have dinner with on Friday night with some friends. So I don't know if I'm going to be here Friday night. I might be. I might be here later Friday night. If that's cool with everybody. Anyway, what do you guys want to ramble about while we crochet? I really want to get this one done because I want to do, there's some craft fairs coming up at the barn, and I really want to do one because I feel like doing a couple tops and like things like this that are just not as common, you know what I mean? Like just a little bit more fun kind of stuff. So I feel really hungry today. We had a little croissant for breakfast, but I haven't had lunch. Probably won't have lunch. I'll probably just go right to dinner. Do you guys do that? Does anybody else like just skip a meal? I don't know. I really shouldn't, but I do so often. part of life. Okay, that is that way. Okay. Woo! This is what we're making. And it's probably almost halfway done. It's very pretty. I think it's pretty. I'm gonna throw my hair up because it's driving me nuts. Oh, look at that. Stick out. That's better. Less nuts driving. I don't even care what it looks like. I feel like a lot of like YouTube and stuff has kind of just, it's so, I guess it's more so TikTok. It's so to the point that people are so fake and you don't know what's AI. So I don't have TikTok anymore. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. It was driving me absolutely. Yes, it is. It was driving me absolutely nuts. And it was so fake, and I was getting harassed by some people that were from I am positive it was people. How many hobbies do I have? Just this one. I just like to crochet. Um yeah, I got off TikTok because it was like I was getting harassed by some old listeners from the radio station that I used to work at. So, and I knew it was them. Do you know what I mean? Oh, when you're like, no, that's definitely cray cray over there. There's nothing like being harassed by listeners outside of work. They were doing it on Twitter or X all the time too, but I got rid of X for all kinds of reasons. That actually being one of them, because it wasn't just me tweeting something out and them just being nasty about it. On TikTok, actually, what was happening was these people kept reporting my content as lewd content. So my stuff kept getting taken down by TikTok. And I'm like, well, that's not fair. That's not fair. And then I'd appeal it. And then like, a month later, they put it back up. I'm like, well, it's already gone. Like, this isn't stuff. It's like a perfume review or things that I would have to do because I used to do stuff for Ole Henriksen and I can't anymore because I don't have TikTok. So it was stuff I used to do for brands, and these people would report it and it would get taken down, and then they DM me and say nasty things. And on X, that's what was happening. They were DMing me and it was brutal, and they would just create more accounts, and I'd block them and this, that, and the other. I just got sick of it. I was like, no, you know what? I'm done. And on TikTok, I was being reported, like, not only would they DM me and just be nasty, but they would report my account for lewd content. And it's like, this is my TikTok content. This is what was going on. Or a review of some sort, or, nothing lewd, or a nail art video. Yeah, so I would get reported, and then I would have to appeal with TikTok, and then by the time I was done appealing, it was already too late, and the video, the people that I would be doing the video for would be like, well, what the hell happened? It's like, well, it's not my fault. Like, and I would send TikTok all the stuff of the messages and everything, and I just got sick of it. I just got so sick of it. I might go back on there. I don't know. I've been debating it. Yeah. Yeah, I've been seriously debating it. So, we don't know. We don't know. That's okay. Maybe one day we'll go back on TikTok. I deleted my entire account. I didn't just like deactivate it. I deleted it. I was like, nope. I saved all the videos of my cats and I just deleted it. I don't know. Like, why would people do that? Like, what did I do? Well, I guess in one case, so one of the things that happened was I was on the air with one of our guest hosts, and we were talking about Doctor Who when the Doctor changed from a man to a woman. A science fiction television show about an alien from another planet changing from a man to a woman. We were talking about it on the air because it was a big thing, right? Doctor Who was whatever. Anyway, the Doctor was going to be somebody else. And it's always a media thing when the Doctor would, like, especially in the UK, when the Doctor is changed to somebody else. It doesn't matter who it is. I wish I could say the guy's name. Now I can't. I'm not going to try. Anyway, he's fun. He's a fun Doctor. Doctor Who fans, for the most part, really don't care. They just want their TV show. Okay. Some doctors are good, some doctors are bad. That's is what it is. So what was happening was we were talking about the Doctor going from Capaldi to Whittaker. And this person texted in and was going on about how we should be hung on the cross and how we're heathens and immoral and all kinds of other stuff for talking about a science fiction TV show about a pretend alien. Anyway, Insta restraining order. That person found me on TikTok, and I'm pretty sure that's one of the people who were reporting my videos. They also found me on Twitter and like would go after me on Twitter for all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm good with this. I'm good. I don't, anyway. Anyway. It was interesting. It was an interesting time. So, yeah, crochet and chill lunch hour. Oh, it's been an hour. I'm going to get going pretty quick. I'll finish this row. And then I'm going to get on with the day. And I have stuff to do. Nowhere to go because it's -20. But things to do around the house. Get dinner ready. Finish up some work because I work from home. Do all that kind of stuff. Catch up on Instagram. I would love it if you guys found me on Instagram. And find me here. YouTube and Instagram are like my jam. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, you should be on Snapchat. I don't know how to work Snapchat. I don't know how to work Snapchat. So maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll try a Snapchat live tonight. I don't know if you can go live on Snapchat. I don't know. Anyway, yay, Snapchat. We're almost done. We're almost done this row. When I'm done this row, I'm out of here. Because I'm going to go do things around my house, and that'll be a lunch hour of chilling and chatting and crocheting. And it's nice to get stuff done. I will definitely be doing this in the evenings more. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what the audience is like during the day. Um, every view matters, no matter what people tell you. Every view matters. So just remember that. If you're ever going into YouTube, maybe one of our discussions will be like how to start YouTube. Because I helped my hubby get monetized, and one of his friends is actually a couple hundred watch hours away from being monetized. Um, and you got to help. And then there's also another gal on here, Amanda Silver Sister. She's a lot of fun, and she's embracing her gray hair, and that's what she's all about. And I helped her with monetizing, and she helped me a bit, and vice versa. And yeah, my channel kind of took off more than the other three people I've mentioned, but that's okay. Everybody's got their thing. Okay, I am putting the last stitch in this row, and then I'm off, and we'll see how this went. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of the day, and maybe I will chat with you later today or tomorrow. Bye!